And Iris, if you can go ahead and read the mission statement. Thank you.
Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religion or non-religious background, and allow for open dialogue. Attendance today at the Helping Parents Heal meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning from and sharing with other parents whose child has passed away. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. However, these Zoom meetings are very helpful to parents all around the world, and they are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members who are not able to attend live can also watch. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you. Thank you, Iris. And if you can continue to let people in, and I will read Shelly's bio. Shelly Wilson is an author, medium, and conscious creator who is passionate about helping people wake up to their greatness. She supports others as they navigate their journey into consciousness to experience aliveness. Shelly's books, 28 Days to a New You, Connect to You Within, Journey into Consciousness, and Embracing the Magic Within, are available on paperback and eBooks. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Shelly Wilson and turn the meeting over to you, Shelly.
Thank you so much, Irene, and thank you, Iris, for being here this evening. And thank you to all of you that are joining us this evening, and also those of you that may be watching this video later. So tonight, I am going to take some questions. I am going to bring through some loved ones. But first, I had a couple of things that I just wanted to share, things that were on my heart. Today, I did yard work. I live here in Oklahoma, and I have quite a large area to do. So I had lots of time to reflect and meditate and things like that. And I had lots of animal visitors come into my awareness. And what I remind people is animals and birds and insects are ways that our loved ones do communicate with us. I do love referencing this book here, Ted Andrews' Animal Speak Pocket Guide. It is just a smaller version, but they have a beautiful way of giving us messages. And I'll tell you some of what I saw today. One was just lots of dragonflies, and except there was one in particular that just kept doing a figure eight right above me many times over. And I thought, okay, here's a message. Here's a message from spirit. Another time, a monarch butterfly flew right in front of me and then flew and landed right on a flower, which happened to be a milkweed. So I thought, okay, this is going to be great. There's going to, at some point, hopefully be caterpillars and then more butterflies. But one that was really significant, literally, and keep in mind that I'm riding a mower, and right in front of me, a yellow butterfly landed on a clover. So this is something that was going to get mowed down, but I was paying attention and I saw it and it would not move. So much so that I stopped, put the mower, disengaged it, and put it in park and got off and then moved the butterfly out of the way because I did not want to go over it. And this one happened to be a yellow butterfly. And to me, my grandmother, who is in spirit, that is definitely a way that she communicates with me with those yellow butterflies. And so much so, it was almost like just a reminder, just to pause, pay attention, take note. And so I just wanted to read to you real quick what dragonfly and what butterfly means. And once again, this is according to this book, Ted Andrews' Animal Speak Pocket Guide. And the dragonfly message says, time to shine. It says, trust in the power of your light and your perceptions to succeed. Efforts are maturing, spiritual path is ahead. So I like to think definitely of as the dragonfly as a messenger from spirit for us, and just a reminder for us to shine, a reminder to know that we're exactly where we're supposed to be, having this human life experience. The butterfly message says new birth, and it says new love and joy are coming. Transformation is inevitable, but will be easier than expected. Embrace the new beginnings. And we know, and I'm getting chills as I'm about to say that, we know that the butterfly definitely goes through that metamorphosis. It starts as a caterpillar, goes to a chrysalis, and then emerges as that butterfly. And we know many times too, we think of, when we're faced with challenges, we just have to allow ourselves to transform and to go through that process. And once again, that is just a beautiful way that our loved ones in spirit can connect to us. So I wanted to share that with you. Another thing too is just remembering once again that everything is energy. We are energy, our loved ones in spirit are energy. And my cat just jumped up here real quick. So the idea is definitely that knowing that with energy and that everything is energy, that we are energetic beings. So our thoughts, our words, our actions are energy. And taking note, especially of when you're thinking of someone, and next thing you know, you're hearing from them. And this is something that the more that we take note of, the more frequently it will occur. I find it very magical for sure. And even as an example, I had someone reach out needing some support yesterday. So they called. I offered what I could, was holding space for them. And so this morning I was doing laundry and I immediately thought of them and I thought, I wonder how they're doing today. And before I could finish the thought, before I could even finish the towel that I was folding, I had a text. So I walked in the other room to see who it was, and it was that person thanking me for offering the words that I did yesterday, because it helped him move through some stuff. And this is something that, once again, that it happens more frequently, the more that we tune in, the more that we trust. So just know definitely that if you're thinking about someone or even could use a little extra support, that we could benefit from it. The last thing I want to talk about here too is just remember, once again, words are power. And sometimes we are feeling a bit triggered. Sometimes we're feeling affected. What we want to remember is we're absolutely human. And this human life experience, in addition to being amazing, can be challenging too. And we know it can also be heartache and heartbreak and things that we wouldn't want to experience again for certain. But if we can trust, once again, that, as I said before, everything is energy, that when we are in tune with the words that we're speaking and the thoughts that we're thinking, that's what we're creating with. And that's why it is so important to be very clear, once again, about that. I like to remind people it's a good idea to respond rather than react. Sometimes reaction is harsh and very sudden and things like that. And that's why it's a good idea just to pause and breathe and become present. Now, what I want to recognize too is we're embarking on this full moon. And as we know, these cycles, these moon cycles, can definitely be very challenging.
Hmm.
We're getting some feedback.
Yeah, we are getting feedback.
Okay, so what I was saying is, so I like to talk about practicing good energetic hygiene. And knowing that the moon affects water, we're made up of water. It's only natural we're going to be affected by the moon's energies. And I know sometimes the full moons are a little more intense than others. And this one seems like it's really a whammy, for lack of a better way of saying it. So I'm guided to this evening just to help everyone. I like to talk about practicing good energetic hygiene. So I want to guide you through just a short exercise to help you to get grounded and centered and clear those chakras and help you polish them up and be really shiny. So let's just do that now, and let's just go with the visualization. You can go with any shade preference. And if it helps you to visualize those energy centers as mandalas or flowers or geometric shapes, I encourage you to do so. So let's start with that root chakra located at the base of your spine. Visualize it as red and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color red and exhale the color red. Letting go of any lower vibrational energies, the fear, the worry, the doubt, the anger, the frustration, and so on. Moving up to the sacral chakra, this is the area of connection and creation. Visualize it as orange and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color orange and exhale the color orange. Focus on being present so you can consciously create. We're moving up to the solar plexus. This is your abdominal area, your power center, your gut instinct, your knowingness. Visualize it as yellow and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color yellow and exhale the color yellow. Focus on being true to you and shining your light. We're moving up to the heart chakra. This is the area where love resides. Allow your chest to expand and your heart to open fully. Allow yourself to receive the same love that you give out. Visualize it as green and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color green and exhale the color green. Let love lead. Now we're moving out to the throat chakra. This is your voice, an area of communication. Visualize it as blue and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color blue and exhale the color blue. Focus on speaking your truth, saying what you mean to say. And once again, remember, words are power. We're moving up to the third eye. This is your intuitive awareness. Visualize it as purple and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color purple and exhale the color purple. Trust what you see. And now we're at your crown chakra at the top of your head. Pure white light coming in. Visualize it as white and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color white and exhale the color white. Trust what you know. Your chakras have been cleared and balanced. Let's center your energy now. Visualize lots of white light at your core area. See that white light shifting to yellow as you take some conscious breaths, growing in your power as you become more confident and empowered. And as you're guided to, cut cords and clear energy to anyone and anything that no longer serves you in a healthy, balanced, and positive way. Doing a nice swipe over that solar plexus area, or chopping or scissors motion. And the energy we're clearing is lower vibrational energy, heavy energy. And now let's ground your energy. Visualize your legs as tree roots going deep into the earth, and a vine extending upwards, wrapping around your legs, extending upwards into your root chakra, into your sacral chakra, into your solar plexus, and resting in your heart. And then pure white light coming down into your crown, into your third eye, into your throat, and resting in your heart, grounding you to both earth and to light. Now take a big deep breath and a nice audible exhale. And so it is. And So once again, keeping those chakras cleared and balanced, centering our energy, grounding our energy, helps us to function better. As I said, everything is energy. So when we tune in and take note of those energy centers, it's just going to help us to feel better on many levels. Many of us are clairsentient, also known as being empathic or being a feeler. So we'll tend to feel and pick up other people's energies. And that's why just taking note once again of our own energy is going to help us, as I said. So if you're guided to, I do have that recorded. You could visit my website, shellyrwilson.com, and go to the resources page. And I have that MP3 file that you can access there or download it. And also there's a PDF with tips to clear energy, just to give you extra support to guide you through those steps if you want to work with them. So at this time, let's take a few questions. So Irene, if there's anyone that has already posted in the chat, we'll do a couple of those.
Right now we have 3 questions, and Colleen is asked, well, first she said, thank you for being here, Shelly. When the loss is so new, what is the best way to connect with our children?
Okay. And I'm just getting chills all over with that, Colleen. So the first thing is definitely honor where you're at. Honor what you feel. As we know, some days may feel a little lighter and brighter, and some days not so much. And that's why you have to be willing to just be where you are. Remember, no one else knows what is right for you or how you are grieving. And that's why you have to be where you are. Keep in mind that when our loved ones communicate with us, their energy is a higher, lighter vibration. So when we're feeling sad or lonely or heavy, it's hard for them to get through to us, okay? It's not good or bad, but the more that we can do our best to bring lightness, play a favorite song, watch a movie that we love, anything that can bring our vibration up a bit higher, we're going to be able to connect with them more easily. And they do blend with us. They give us those body sensations. So take note of what you feel. As I said before, those animal messengers, the number sequences, even the lights, they'll flicker those also.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Georgie has a question, and she asked, yesterday I had a reading with a medium to connect with my son, who is forever 33. He transitioned 11 months ago, and she said that he loves to eat. Is that for real? Do our children eat? How does that work?
Okay, that's a good question. And remember, they don't have the physical body anymore. However, much like we would use our imagination, they very much can do the same. So some of those things that they would love to do in life when they had the physical body, they absolutely can choose to do that on the other side as well. So the main thing is knowing, of course, that there won't be any weight gain. There won't be anything that affects us physically in that way. And just what I'm hearing to say is just keep in mind anything is possible. And it's up to you to believe. I remind people definitely to practice discernment. So if something doesn't feel quite right or maybe too much to believe, then you get to run that through your filter.
Wonderful. Thank you. That was great. Andrea asked, well, she said, thank you for being here tonight. My question is, when we are feeling sad, does that mean we are not supposed to let ourselves be sad?
When you're feeling sad, you need to feel sad. That to me, regardless of where you're at in life, and regardless if you have someone who has transitioned or you have another challenge, whatever it may be, to me, you've got to feel it in order to heal it. And in order to heal it, this is a way that we've got also to be able to clear it. So it's one of those things, sit with the emotion as long as necessary, and feeling sad is okay. But what you want to remember is if you get to a point where you're not feeling alive or feeling like you're not functioning or it's hard to get through the day, this is where it would be beneficial probably to seek support, whether it's counseling or a group such as this or something else. But definitely having someone to talk to is essential. I'm a huge believer that we're here to have a human life experience. And as I said, that experience involves having all of the experiences. We experience contrast. So we experience what we perceive to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the thing is if we can trust that every day is a new day, that every day we're being presented with experiences, it's just a different way to look at life and living. But if we're just going through the motions and not really living, this may be a nudge for us to spend some time in reflection and reassess and see what we can do to live. And I know that our loved ones in spirit live vicariously through us. So when we're able to find joy and peace and focus on healing and so on, they're going to feel the same as well.
Beautiful. Thank you. Kimbra said that, as you've said, dragonflies and butterflies are significant. Is there any significance in colors that we see?
Definitely. Everything is something that you may apply a significance to. And if there's a certain color that you love or that your loved one loved, I would definitely take that into consideration. And as we know, there are so many butterfly colors that sometimes it may be such that you ask for a sign and say, show me a purple one, show me a white one, show me a swallowtail, things like that. Just keep in mind that they are also doing what they can to communicate. So we don't want to be too restrictive or limited.
Thank you. Erica is asking, well, my youngest son says his brother is right there sometimes. He says he is walking with us if we're on a walk. He said he was with us at the beach. Is he really seeing his brother?
Yes, absolutely he is. And I have chills all over again. And once again, I get chills as a way from spirit to validate that that's truth and on target. So you have to trust. Many times our children, especially, they don't necessarily have the same human life experiences that we do as adults. So their filters are a little bit different, because we run everything through what we know. And I want to say that they tend to be more pure, more honest, even. We know that kids sometimes can say things that feel a bit brutal at times, but they're just speaking truth. And so I have to agree that absolutely he is seeing your son as well. And if you can pay attention to what you see in your mind's eye, that'll be a way you'll be able to see him also.
Thank you. Tina is asking, do our children stop sending signs? I feel like I was getting many signs every week, but now 20 months into this journey, the signs aren't as often.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is keep in mind they don't have the element of time on the other side. We do. We have the clocks and calendars, but they don't. So what we may recognize to be a time period has passed, they may not realize it. They may think, wow, just a short amount of time has passed. So the thing is don't get discouraged. You can ask for signs, but also trust that he's absolutely still there. And the main thing you want to do too is, once again, even though there may not be a tangible sign, physical sign that you can observe, many times they will communicate with us because they are showing us memories, showing us things within our mind. They'll pop in and show us a picture. And this is where you have to be able to trust, once again, that that's them really communicating with you.
Thank you. Melissa is asking, do our children care if we aren't doing something big to honor them? I want so much to do these ideas, but I feel so overwhelmed with grief.
Okay. I want to say, first of all, be where you are and know that many times when we honor them, we're doing it for us, for those here. I know that our loved ones in spirit recognize it too, but many times it's for those that are still here. And just take your time and know that nothing has to be too much or extravagant. If anything, just continuing to say their name, continuing to recognize that they're a part of the family, that's what they truly appreciate.
Lovely. Cynthia said that we lost our son a year ago. Well, he's not lost, Cynthia. We want to say that. And we have had many medium readings, and all of them focus on my husband because we were told that they're soulmates. They're connected in a special way. Does that mean his spirit is always with him and not with me? As his mother, I feel like I've been forgotten. Oh.
And so I can definitely understand where you would feel hurt by that. And that is the word that I want to insert. So if that's not quite what you're feeling, I do apologize. But first of all, I'm curious if you're having the sessions together with your husband being there as well, because if that is the case, the medium can also definitely be picking up on his energy as well. But what I'm sensing too is perhaps where you're at right now. If you are feeling still very sad, that could be an energy that's hard to connect with also. I know that there's more messages there for you, but sometimes we only hear certain messages because once again, we're running them through our filter, if that makes sense.
Thank you. Okay, it looks like we have one final question. Purnima is writing that I lost my 9-year-old son suddenly to a brain hemorrhage. I'm so worried about him. I'm so sorry I don't know how this works, but I'm looking for my son to connect to me. I have asked for signs, but I don't see any. It's been 42 days. Oh.
Okay, so definitely please accept my condolences on his transition. I know that, of course, it was unexpected and very sudden. And what you want to remember too is when they transition to the other side, they go through that life review process and they get the understanding of what life is after life. In other words, they have to learn how to communicate without having that physical body. So it is still fairly recent since his passing, even though I know for you here, it feels like eternity. And my sense is his energy is building, he's going to come through, but you have to know that he's absolutely okay. He's just getting the hang of things on the other side now. And if anything, what I'm hearing is he's trying to talk to you. So if anything, please quiet your mind and trust the words that are coming forth in your mind and know that you're not making them up. And if you're guided to, get pen and paper and write down, sit in quiet, sit in the power, as we like to say as well, and just feel and trust and know what's coming forth. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Shelly.
Thank
And
you.
we said if we have time at the end, if there are any other questions, please continue to put your questions in the chat and I'll take care of them later. So do you want to explain how you're going to do these validations, Shelly?
So I'm going to bring through some loved ones. Just keep in mind that, of course, there are a lot of people here. There's a lot of people hoping to connect with a loved one. And so I'm just going to bring through the ones that are, in other words, jumping to the front of the line. The information comes through for me as thoughts, feelings, impressions. Everything is running through my human filter. So I'm going to do my best to provide information so that you can understand it. And Irene and Iris are going to help us to find a match for it. So if this makes sense to you, please put in the chat or raise your hand and they'll come to you and unmute you, okay? So the first thing that I'm picking up is I feel a male stepping forward. I'm actually hearing the name Ricardo. I feel like he could also go by Ricky or Rick, but I feel like his mother called him by his given name. I perceive that he could be Hispanic or another culture, seeing dark hair, tan skin, a little bit of facial hair, just a bit of a mustache is what I'm seeing. And he's showing me an image that I perceive to be like a prom photo or a graduation photo. I'm seeing a jacket over his shoulder, so a posed photo like that. I'm getting a sense that he was between 16 and 18. I don't feel like he graduated from high school, or if he did, he passed shortly after. I get a sense that his death was sudden and unexpected, and I'm getting a sense of accident. I want to go with a car accident, but of course it could be another one. I'm hearing the words too drunk driver. I don't want to say that this young man was the one driving intoxicated, but I'm hearing those words, so I get a sense that he may have been involved in an accident where his life was taken by another that had been drinking. So does this make sense to anyone with this information, please?
Yes, so we have, I think you have April. She's saying her son, Hispanic, 35 years old. I think goes by the name Ricky. So would you like to speak to her? And we'll
Yes,
see?
yes.
Okay, so April, I am going to ask you to unmute. So we've asked you to unmute. Can you speak, please?
Yes, and I don't want to take it from anyone. It was actually my son's Theo, but he was 35 and passed suddenly from COVID really quick. So nothing with the prom or an car accident or anything. So I'm not sure if it's really Ricky.
Okay. I feel like there is definitely a connection with these other facts, April. Please do accept my condolences on his passing, but I'm getting a strong sense of the other information being critical to this message.
Okay.
So I'm not seeing, Iris, do you see if anyone else? And I know Carol's helping us also. Carol's putting the messages in. People are saying they think it's Carol, but Carol's actually co-hosting with us and she's just copying the validations, what Shelly is saying. So do you want to say it again, Shelly? Maybe.
Yes, and I definitely feel that if there was, it doesn't feel like he, as I said, was an accident, sudden, unexpected. And I get this sense that it may have been a bit that he's been gone, because the image I'm seeing actually could be an older picture. But I'm feeling like, as I said, that he did not graduate, or he passed shortly after graduation. But I'm feeling that those are very strong factors with him. And I am definitely seeing darker skinned, tan skin, which makes me feel that it is Hispanic. It could be another culture that is similar to that. But I'm hearing Ricardo, and then I heard the name Ricky and also Rick.
Gloria?
Yeah, the only other comment is Gloria
Is there
saying
Tammy? Tammy, does this make sense to you?
Tammy, I don't see Tammy. Oh, Tammy's raising her hand.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me ask Tammy to unmute. Tammy, I've asked you to unmute. Tammy? Looks
I think
like
she unmuted and then muted.
Tammy, you need to unmute, please. Okay. She's not unmuting.
There we go.
Tammy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
can.
can.
Hear you.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. My son passed in a car accident, almost going on 3.5 years, I guess, but he's not Hispanic.
Okay. Does he have tan skin, dark hair, a little bit of a mustache?
Yes.
Okay. Did his name make sense to you?
His name's Austin, so
Okay.
not Ricardo or Ricky or no.
Okay. I know that I'm hearing this information, so I know that it has to make sense with that. Okay. And there's no one else that this makes sense with.
No, the only person, Gloria wrote that her
Mhm.
son is Hispanic and his uncle is named Ricky.
Okay, did the son pass due to drunk driving? This was an accident, car accident, and did not do that, because I know all of this is important. The name may not be his, but I know that there's important with the rest of that.
Gloria said not drunk driving, but alcohol was involved.
Okay, does the rest of the information make sense with Gloria?
Gloria, can you take everything else? Can you please write not a car accident? No.
Was it an accidental overdose or something in regards with that?
Yes.
Yes,
she's
okay.
saying yes.
Is the description makes sense, Gloria? And the age, because I know this is all important.
She said yes.
Okay, and what about the name?
He's 21. Gloria, can you put your son's name in the chat, please? I can ask her to unmute. She isn't answering. No,
Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay, is there a Ricardo or Ricky connected to the family?
His uncle.
His uncle. Okay, if Gloria, can I come to you and will you unmute so that we can have easier dialogue?
Okay, Gloria, can you speak,
Yes.
please?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. So Gloria, and I see you now too. Okay, so Anthony, your son passed. You said this was sudden, unexpected. Does the description fit? Tan skin, mustache, and there was a
Yes.
picture with that too? Okay.
Yes.
And his uncle is named Ricardo and he passed as well.
His uncle was named Ricky, and yes, he passed young also.
Okay, I'm coming to you. Thank you for this information. I'm getting chills and buzzing, so I know that we found who this message is for. Okay, so right away, let's just build Anthony's energy, and thank you for being patient and everyone else being patient, because I know this can be quite the process to do this in a group setting. And so the message that's coming through definitely is I just get this sense of their as I said, sudden, unexpected, but there was some confusion involved. I know you said was not a car accident, but was accident and alcohol involved. And I just get this sense that there has been a burden that you've been carrying with this, either wondering if you could have done more or said more or fixed something. Is that right?
Yeah.
He's giving me this sense that he definitely wants to assure you that he knows that you were the best mom ever, that there was nothing that you could have done more for him. Okay. I'm just getting this sense that it's very important that he doesn't want you to stay in that space of continually revisiting that moment in time, because there's something about, you need answers. And sometimes the answers are not there. That's what he wants to say. Sometimes they're not there. Now, as I feel into his energy, my head hurts. And of course, this could be worrying a lot, have a lot on his mind, head injury, things like that. But I definitely just get this sense that there was something he was feeling pressured by also. Okay.
Yeah.
He says, I'm sorry. And I just get this sense that you were the one who found him, or the one that tried to fix things, or there's something along that, because it's like you can't get the images out of your mind.
Yeah.
Does that
I
make
didn't
sense?
find him, but I did try to fix everything.
Okay.
To help him.
Okay. And there's something too, either you have been rehashing or trying to there's things playing in your mind is what I've got to say. So even though you may not have been the one that found him, you're going there, you're keep going over those moments. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. he's just giving me this sense, and I don't know if you wear some type of pendant, a cross, or something else, but he's just showing me coming to your heart and like you touching it. And this may have
Mhm.
been something that he had worn also that you're now wearing, but I know that there's something that he wants to recognize with that.
It's his grandfather's cross that
Okay.
I have.
And okay, and do you actually wear that, Gloria?
I do.
Okay, and do you touch it at times? Because I just feel like you're holding it, almost like you're
Yeah.
going to even pull too hard that you might break the chain. But there's something
Right.
about, that gives you comfort, and he knows that. Okay, he's showing me playing cards too. So I don't know if you like to play cards or there's some kind of gambling or something like that. And cards can also be a metaphorical message too. But I know that there's something significant with that. There's something too about you flipping cards over. So I'm not sure of the game that you would be playing or what this would entail. I almost get a sense though of blackjack or 21 or something like that. But there's going to be messages in the cards. So I think of even the suits or the numbers, but there's something about that being important. Okay. And I know he has so much love for you, Gloria, and I just want to leave you with that. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And just keep talking to him. He hears you, and he's talking to you as well. But you've got to trust what's coming in
Yeah.
your mind. You have to trust the words and the feeling.
Time. It's been almost 13 years now. So
And the main thing, I don't know if you have that picture that he was showing me framed and out, but I know there's something important about that picture. And definitely it would make sense because with the time passing, because I was feeling like this doesn't look quite in this decade. So, but I'm seeing jacket over the shoulder, like I said, that type of pose. Okay,
thank you.
okay, thank you. Okay, so let's do another message here and just taking a moment. Now, I'm getting this sense of a young child that has passed. This feels like a female, and I get the sense that she probably passed from an illness. I'm seeing red cheeks, feverish feeling that I'm getting. I'm seeing her sucking on a pacifier for comfort. So I know that she probably definitely wasn't older than 3, but I'm getting a sense more of like 18 months to 2 years old. I'm hearing a name too, and I'm not sure if this is her name or a connector name, but I'm hearing the name Rebecca, and I hear the name Corley, Rebecca Corley. I don't know if this is her first and last name, but I'm definitely, as I said, seeing a young child. I'm seeing her dressed just like in a gown in white. So this may be just even one of those, just a nightgown is what I'm seeing. Okay. So does this make sense with anyone as of this moment? And I know I didn't give lots of information other than what I did. So I hope someone can take this.
Yeah, so far no one is taking anything.
And sometimes when I hear the names, it is not their name, it's a connector name. But I hear Rebecca and Corley.
No, anyone with a young daughter that has passed?
I'm seeing the month of January too, so I feel like there is either that was a birth month or a passing month.
Okay, nobody's taking anything yet.
Okay. I just get this sense of peace with her, so I just want to recognize that. We'll just pause for just another moment. I see Nicole saying I have an 11-year-old. Okay, I definitely feel like this person passed as a child. I'm seeing pacifier. So unless this person that just left the chat, unless they have that a child that is past that age, that's important.
Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, Nicole added she loved her
Susu.
So I don't
What
know if
is
that's-
that?
I don't know. I don't know if that's another name for a pacifier or, we all had our little names. Okay, so she loved her
Nicole-
pacifier saying,
Nicole, let's just see if you can
Sure.
unmute. We'll see how this fits and makes sense to you, because it'll be easy to talk versus doing the chat.
okay, Nicole, we've asked you to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Okay, so Nicole, how does that make sense to you?
Well, my daughter was 11 when she passed away, but she had an illness her whole life. She loved her Susu, or her pacifier.
Okay, that's another name.
And there is a Rebecca and a Corey that could relate, like as in this life.
Okay, so your daughter, she was sick as a child and sick. Was she small for her age? And I don't want to say small as 2 to 3, but
Yeah, she did not look 11.
okay, so small in size. Okay,
Yes.
let me just feel into this for just a moment here. And she has her sister is Rebecca, is what you said?
No, a friend.
Friend. Okay. Okay, and she passed when she was 11. Now, is there a connection to January with her birth month or passing month?
No.
Okay, I'm not sure that I'm with you, because I'm not getting the absolute feeling that I am, because I do feel like this child did not live past 3 is the feeling that I get. Okay.
Okay.
So I definitely thank you for stepping forward. Okay. Okay. So anyone else, because otherwise I'm just going to say thank you for this spirit stepping forward, and then I'm just going to bring through another message. Okay. Okay, so the next one I have stepping forward at this time, getting a sense of a young man, once again, stepping forward. I'm seeing him to be around the age of 14, could be a little bit older, a little bit younger, but I'm being shown Robin Williams. And sometimes that can mean because they're funny. It could be because they look like them or had that same name. But the sense that I get is there's more a connection of how this young man passed was the same way that Robin Williams passed. So passed by choice, sudden, unexpected. And I just get this sense also of the name Jared, but I'm also hearing Jeremy or Jeremiah. So I'm getting a J-E-R, strong name at the beginning, and I'm getting this sense of making a choice to transition. Okay.
Okay, so we have Susan saying that her son was 14 and passed by suicide, but that's not his name. Valerie said, my son passed of suicide 22, middle name.
I feel closer to 14 because I'm seeing that he's coming into his own, coming into puberty, got some confusion around some things. So as I said, he could be a bit older, 14, 15, maybe 16 at the most, but he could also be a bit younger, like 12 to 14.
Now, Adriana is saying unexpected. Her son is Joshua and he was 14, but she's not saying suicide. So Adriana,
okay.
Carolyn,
And also,
yeah.
As I said, the Robin Williams image showed up, and as I said, this can mean he's funny too, or liked some of the shows or the movies that Robin was in too. So I know that there's some important factors with that information also.
Okay, we do have Trish saying that her son was 14, passed by suicide. His middle name was Jacob.
Okay.
Susan said her son was funny. He was. So we have a few people taking.
I know he passed by choice. I know that probably it was the same circumstance with Robin taking. Okay. I just got chills reading this call-in message.
Okay,
I have to know, is this the same age? Because that's what's important. And Carolyn is saying that too. Carolyn, I know, okay. I have a feeling like this may be multiple
Yeah, sounds like it.
spirits stepping forward at this time, okay? I don't necessarily,
do we want to ask Colin how old?
and Carolyn
Or
said,
see.
let's just bring Carolyn forth for a moment, okay?
Sure.
But I feel like there's several stepping forward here.
Certainly feels that way. Okay, Carolyn, I've asked you to unmute. Can you speak?
Yes, I'm trying to get some light on. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Carolyn, so he passed by choice. You said his middle name was Jacob and he was
No, I
around
didn't
it?
say anything of, no connection with the name.
Okay. Okay, everything else fit though? The
Yes.
age? Because I
Yes.
see there's several people on here with this fitting. Let me just take a moment here, okay? There's something too, and he passed in the same circumstance.
Yes.
Okay, because I know that's critical. And there's something too, was there either some confusion going on in his life or there's something, you know, because right away I think of going through puberty, there's some things going on that whether he spoke it or not, or you had a sense of it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, can I just get his first name, please?
Max.
Max, okay. And you said he was funny. And did you tell me that he had a poster in his room, or is this someone else that posted?
No poster.
Okay, okay, that was someone else's chat comment below as well. But you perceived him to be funny. Did you put that also?
Yes, he was a crack up. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I see, Colin, I know, I feel like there's more messages here. So let me just get this message to you from Max. Carolyn, there's something too, and has it been a period of since he's passed 2 years or something connected to February?
No, nothing with 2 and nothing with February.
Okay, there's something I know about the number 2, and sometimes this can be 2 siblings or something recognizing that. And sometimes I will tell you, because they're showing me this could mean the peace sign. So rather than being just a number, it's that. I want to tell you that I just get this sense from Max definitely of that he's okay. I just get this sense of whatever's been heavy on your heart, he's wanting you to be able to move through that. But there is something, I don't know if there was some health concerns recently for yourself, or you have been feeling sick to your stomach or things like that, but I'm picking up something that needs to be acknowledged in that abdominal area as well. Okay. So I just get this sense there's something about he's wanting you, there's something about record keeping. So I don't know if you have been keeping documents, keeping note or things like that, but there's something about record keeping. Does that make sense?
I don't think more so than anyone else.
Okay. I just get this sense that he's coming through with many spirits right at this time. So I know that Max wants to assure you that he's with you also. Okay. So I know that there's love for you, and I want to leave that message with you. And just he knows that there's still healing, and he wants you to keep taking care of you. Okay.
Right. I just thought of the 2 that you mentioned. He did pass on the 22nd.
On the 22nd. Okay. So I know that there's a message with that also. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to get Colin here too, because I
Sure.
saw a couple of chats
Yes, I've
that I
asked to
need.
unmute.
Yes.
So Colin, can you please unmute? Can you speak?
Yep.
Hi there.
Okay. And Colin, this information makes sense because I know that you are listing a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of it resonated.
Okay. And tell me your son's name.
His name is Holden.
Holden. Holden with an H. Now, did he have the middle name with the J sound or just everything else fit? Or can
Middle,
you repeat to me real quick?
yeah, his name was Holden Jacob.
Okay, Holden Jacob. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was something about the 2 that made sense with him also, the same circumstance. And you said that there was confusion and things like that going on also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots
Okay.
of mental turmoil.
Okay. Okay, so I know that he's stepping forward as well, because I just feel like because he's like, don't let my dad not have an answer, a message, because I just kept getting like this flashing light, and then my head was pressure, and it was like, oh, I'm feeling the pressure. I know that I've got to get him here, get you on, so that I could connect with you with that. He's definitely wanting to give you a high five. So I don't know if that's something that the 2 of you would do. And I know we do that anyway, but sometimes he's just wanting to make that hand gesture for you. There's something too about either you have been reassuring him prior to that time that things are going to be okay, or that he's going to get better, but he recognizes that. He says, I see it all now. He wants to thank you because he's saying, I just couldn't see, things were foggy. So I know that his mental state of being, he was not thinking clear, and he recognizes it now. Everything that you did for him, he sees all of your efforts. And I just get this strong sense, and I feel really emotional at this time, because he's just saying, Dad, I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry, because I should have known better. I should have listened. And I just know that he wants you to be able to understand that, because there's still a lot that he knows that you've been going through, that you haven't been able to let go of, or you haven't been able to let yourself live. Okay. I know that the high five is important, because he's also wanting to give you like a good job, Dad. I just know that there's something more. Now, does he have a younger sibling also?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has a younger brother who's 14.
Okay, because I know that there is something too about, even concerns, or, I just get the sense that Holden is hanging out. I want to use the word lurking, but I'm saying that in a very loving way. But I just get this sense that, he's peering around things, checking things out, kind of being a bit mischievous, but in a good way. Okay. So when you feel him, he's really there. That's what I want to say to you. When you feel him, he's really there. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to leave you with that as well, but keep tuning in, keep taking note. And I know there's a lot of messages coming forth. He's showing me nickels. So nickels may definitely be a sign, or there's something about 5 being a way that he's communicating to. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to leave you with that. You're welcome. And I just want to say to everyone else as well, I know that there's a lot more spirits that are coming through in this way. As I said, perhaps the same way of passing, around the same age. And I know that there's a Jared or a Jeremy, Jeremiah. I know that Holden's middle name is Jacob, but I'm getting a J-E-R name too. So please know that if any of that resonated with you, your child is saying, I'm here, I love you, and thank you. Okay. So Irene, thank you so much once again for this opportunity to be able to present to this wonderful group. Once again, I know that every day, once again, is a new day. But as I said at the beginning, everything is energy, words are power, and our loved ones are absolutely communicating to us. We just have to heighten our awareness and pay attention.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shelly. And Shelly, can you tell the parents that are on the meeting how they could get in touch with you to
Yes.
have a reading? Do you have a long waiting list?
I do not have a long waiting list. I have availability next week. I
Okay.
like to keep my schedule open. So you can find me at shellyrwilson.com. You have to put that R in there to find me. And also I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Intuitive Medium Shelly as well.
Okay, I'll make sure that Elizabeth puts that on the recording when she uploads it to YouTube later today. And thank you so much, Shelley, and I hope you'll come back soon. It's
I would
always
love to.
wonderful
Just
to have you
get
here.
me scheduled.
Okay, Elizabeth's in charge of scheduling. I will make sure she gets in contact with you and we'll get you on the schedule
Okay.
soon. And everyone, please unmute yourselves and say thank you. And thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Thank
Shelley.
you.
Bless your
Shelley.
heart. What a beautiful gift.
Thank you,
Yes.
Shelley.
Thank
You've
you.
helped so many
Good night,
tonight.
Irene.
Yeah. Good night, everybody, and we'll see
Good night.
everybody. Also, Sunday, there's a meditation for helping parents heal, and then we have some meetings next week. So have a good night. And again, Shelley, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.